In this video, we're going to talk about off-road vehicle spill kits, why I think everybody should be carrying one, and what I've chosen to put in mine. Coming up. Yeah! My name's Drew and this is Evergreen Overland. On this channel we do reviews on camping and overland gear, showcase 4x4 vehicle modifications, hone our outdoor cooking techniques, and explore the back roads in and around the Pacific Northwest. I know that if you're watching this video, you're probably someone who wants to see our public lands remain clean, healthy, and open to use freely. Making sure that's the case for ourselves as well as future generations, we all have to take ownership and do our part to tread lightly when we are out on the trail. Now, there are many ways you can choose to make responsible decisions when out enjoying our public lands, but the one that I'm going to focus in on today is making sure your off-road vehicle, as well as honestly any of your vehicles, is outfitted with a well thought out vehicle spill kit. Here's mine and what it looks like. This is not something like a tree strap or a winch or what have you that you're going to use every day, but believe me, when you need it, you need it. Our vehicles do have oils and fluids in them that, given the event you break something on the trail where those fluids and stuff are leaking out, can do some damage to the environment and obviously, you know, nature and animals and all that kind of stuff within it. Putting a kit like this together for yourself goes a long way in showing the people that you're sharing the trail with, as well as some of those skeptical people who might want to see access restricted for 4x4 vehicles, that we're taking things seriously and we're being responsible when we're outdoors, and that we want to see those trails remain clean, healthy, and better than we found them. I've mentioned it before, one of the things I like to do, if at all possible, is always have some sort of quick reference guide to what I'm carrying in my vehicle. Not only so that I can check things off to make sure I'm not leaving anything behind before going out on the trail, but also so that there's a guideline for somebody who's not as familiar with my vehicle if they need to get something and I'm not around. So I'm going to take you through the components of this kit. This is not the end-all be-all. I'm sure there will be things that I add to this kit going down the line, but for right now I feel like this gives me a really good baseline for what I'm going to need. You can see my quick reference guide on the front there. So this kit's been packed tightly and sealed up in vacuum pack bags or just Ziploc bags so that it fits in the smallest area possible. I keep this thing in the pocket of my passenger seat so that I can grab it in a pinch, because when you need it, you're probably going to need it quick. Right out of the gate, on the back of it, I have a sheet from a gentleman, Tom Severin. He's a 4x4 coach from Tread Lightly. I just found this on a website somewhere. Just search Tread Lightly fluid spill kits, and I think that's how I came up with this. And it's just some guidelines to kind of remind yourself of how you should handle situations when they do go awry on the trail. I printed this out and I laminated it so that I have it for, you know, myself as well as anybody else who might want to read it. So secondly, along with labeling the outside of the kit, I also label all the information on the inside of the kit. So this kit right here basically tells you everything that's inside of it. It's got 10 feet of duct tape wound back onto itself, 4 pairs of nitrile gloves, heavy duty compactor garbage bag for, you know, piling up anything or scooping any materials in there. It's a little bit thicker. 2 other just regular black garbage bags, and it's got 10 shop towels. I definitely prefer these over standard kitchen style. They're just a little bit more rugged and can stand up to the abuse. This is all easily labeled so you know exactly what is in there. I want to be able to tell somebody, hey, I've got this situation under control, but in my passenger back seat pocket, there's a spill kit if you want to start cleaning up. And I want them to be able to go grab that and know exactly what they have available at their disposal. So this is one packet inside of this kit. I have oil soaker pads. So they're labeled, and there is 4 total of these oil soaker pads. They're just an absorbent mat. And this is just a universal, you know, cleanup item that's going to help you in any sort of spill that you have. It's cool. It's perforated down the center so you can kind of rip it away into a couple different sections. And then I just folded them all down, vacuum sealed them. They're actually really freaking rigid, you know, that makes it so it takes up very little room. Last on this list that I have is some cheap kitty litter inside its own gallon bag. And I'm just noticing now this one was going to go into my next kit I was building, and I didn't label it, but you know, it would have cat litter, 3 pounds on it. And this just gives you obviously some absorbent material you can throw down and help suck up any of the fluids that spilled out of your vehicle during a unfortunate break. I've got all of it listed on this list, including the, you know, the 1 gallon Ziploc bag that's in there and the additional sandwich bags that are in here that the gloves are being held in or whatever, just so that you know that it's in there. If you're gonna do something, why not make it thorough? Now keep this accessible, somewhere that you can grab it in a hurry and hand it off to somebody or use it yourself. Don't stress about breaking into this thing and using things as you need them. If you need some gloves because you're cooking something and it's gonna make it easier to clean up, that's fine. Just remember to go over your checkoff list and replenish your kit when you get back to home base. One thing that I want to stress when you're building a kit like this, and it's an old saying, I think it goes, don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. Meaning, like, do the best you possibly can under your circumstances, and having, you know, just kitty litter if you don't have the oil soaker pads is better than not having anything at all. I actually purchased all of this stuff in bulk and you know, have been making kits and handing them out here and there as I go out on trails with different friends or different groups. I find that is a super beneficial way to get the word out there that we need to be carrying these things, and that people really enjoy it, and they're like, wow, that's cool. I've had some really good feedback and people seem to really like it, so I really do encourage you to do the same. If you're going to get these things and kind of make up some kits, why don't you put a couple of kits together and give them out to the people that you go wheeling with and that you go exploring with, so that they can be good stewards of our environment on our public lands along with you. This kit right here, I haven't figured it out down to the actual penny, but it's under $4 to produce this kit. Well, thanks for watching the video today. I really appreciate it. Hopefully this video has motivated you to go out and build a spill kit of your own, as well as maybe a couple more to give away to your friends. I really encourage you to go take a look at Tread Lightly. They're a non-for-profit 4x4 advocacy group who just really wants to see our lands and trails remain safe and clean and available for us to use for the long haul. If you have any questions or comments or maybe some recommendations for what I could add to my vehicle spill kit, I really would love to see those in the comment section below. I will put links to anything I can think of that was used in the video today in the description section below. If you like this video, please consider giving me a subscribe and then hitting that like button. Also follow more of what we do over on Instagram at Evergreen Overland or at evergreenoverland.com. Thanks for watching.